¿Qué onda? This is Hector El Chido Canales, and I'm bringing you a match from May 24th, 2014. This was my official return to the ring after probably the worst injury I've ever sustained in the ring, or wrestling. The first one was a broken ankle. That was in the ring, but it wasn't a match, it was training. Later on, I had bumps and bruises, cracked ribs, probably tore up some stuff in my knee, but at the time I just kept going. Over 10 years later, it's bothering me. Then in the ring, after the match was done, this luchadora comes over and kicks me right in the shoulder and tears the clavicle down on this side. A year and a half later is when I sustained the worst injury ever, which was in October 2013, and I severely broke my clavicle. I had pieces of bone floating around, fragments of bone floating around. I was supposed to get surgery. I called my dad, and I needed some sort of advice, and he advised me not to. It took about 3 to 4 times longer for it to heal, but it did not stop me from getting back in the ring 6 months later, even after the doctors said I would never wrestle again. I kind of heard that for this and then for my surgery to repair my bicep. Basically, it was I wouldn't be at the same level that I was before, and that was true. I wasn't. I tried, but after injuries like that, you become a little hesitant on what you do. The 6 months that I was off, this thing wasn't healing. Eventually it did on its own, and I got like an extra piece of bone that grew. When the injury happened, I was so my mind was still so set into just wrestling. That was my mentality, mostly wrestling. I had dedicated my life to following God. I was creeping back into wrestling being my number one thing. In a blink of an eye, it was gone. But I stayed with that mentality of I'm a wrestler, I'm a fighter.
Why can't you change your thinking? Everybody else does.
Because I'm a fighter. That's the way I'm made, Adrian. We can't change what we are.
My main focus was getting back in the ring. But during that time, I also found out a lot of stuff, just being with my family. When I did come back, my focus was a little different, thank God. It was getting there. It was like towards now, where if I don't wrestle again, I'm okay with it. Back then, if I didn't wrestle again, I would have probably been dragged kicking and screaming from the ring, I'm at home, healing up, waiting for this thing to fully heal, and all of a sudden I see this other luchador come out doing the same gimmick that I was doing for the same promotions that I was working for. So just like that, they replaced me. And one of my missions was also get back and I'ma show them. But at the same time, I wanted to get away from that character, from the exotico character. And I wanted to show people, hey, I wasn't just a prancing clown. I could actually work. And that was, I had a lot of things motivating me to get back in the ring. Unfortunately, I did come back to the ring too early. Way too early. I should have been out for close to a year. Instead, I was out for only 6 months. My first match back was in April 2014. That's exactly 6 months after this major injury. That's crazy. Came back and I told everybody I'm fine. I wasn't. Not just here I wasn't fine. Here I wasn't fine. What I didn't tell anybody was that I was in major pain. Yeah, I look as this match is playing and going on, I look in great condition. I look in good shape. Heck, I think I look better here than I do right now, and I'm not injured. It's just a pandemic and I can't hit the gym, but I'm still exercising. I'm still doing my thing. But right here, I had been working so hard to get back into the ring. working out so crazy, but I was in so much pain. I didn't have any physical therapy. My physical therapy was getting in the gym and pumping as heavy as I could. That wasn't good because I still had a lot of bone fragments just in there. I had a lot of scar tissue in there. And I didn't find any of this stuff out, like why did it hurt so much, until I had surgery. And I actually went to physical therapy for this thing, where they massaged everything. And oh man, that hurt. They massaged all the scar tissue out to kind of like blend it into the rest of my insides, or my innards. And you'll see, actually in this match, I try to lift one of the meanies. He's a meanie. I asked him, how much do you weigh? I'm like, okay, that's like 10 pounds less than I was lifting. I remember that. He told me it was like 170 pounds or something like that. So I thought, okay, I'm lifting like close to 200 over my head. I could lift them. And I tried to lift them, and I couldn't. I had them here, and then I just tossed them. But I wanted to bring them up all the way up here. To this day, whenever I do shoulders, it clicks. It's always clicking. I'm in great shape. I'm in phenomenal shape here, man. Considering that 6 months prior, I was in a hospital bed and needed surgery. And the doctor's telling me I'm never going to wrestle again. And here I am, in the ring, wrestling. Something that happened for this show, though, I was so pumped up to make my comeback. Oh, making my return. Yeah. And it wasn't what I had in my mind. Sadly, the wrestling business forgets you like this. You're out for 1 week. Like, oh, when are you going to come back? You're out 2 weeks? Oh, hey, when are you going to come back? You're out 3 weeks. Who are you? No, that's kind of how it is. Especially if you're not on TV and stuff. And at this point, the episodes I was on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood stopped airing. They, I was written off and completely forgotten by Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. It's like I never even existed. Once they saw footage of me wrestling on the indies again, then I think they sent me like an email or something. But yeah, everybody forgets you. Everybody. It's basically, what have you done for me lately? That's what it is to be in the wrestling business. Okay, it's whose back you're scratching, who you're related to, who you're in bed with, and what have you done for me lately? And it's sad and it's messed up, but during this pandemic, everybody is seeing a lot of the stuff surface of what it's really about. Yet they still want to be involved. And I love the sport for what it is. It's drama. It's fun. It's able to tell a story with your body. It's a live action movie. And I'm a storyteller. I love telling stories, and I love not so much the physicality, but I love just entertaining people. I'm an entertainer. These tights that I'm wearing are I only wore them a few times, and I don't know why. They actually look pretty cool. So the way it ends, how this match ends, is I was so disappointed. Clasicus Shadow and Pequeño Shamu, they always worked each other on the indies. Always. It was always like either a tag match or them just going against each other. People were sick and tired of watching these guys wrestle each other all the time. But they were meanies, and it's not like they were meanies, like they were little people. It's just that they were short. That's it. They would try to spice things up for their feud. Their like 4, 5, 7 year long feud or whatever it was, where people were just sick and tired of watching them wrestle every weekend. And so they went into business for themselves and did that ending on their own. If you see, I start like trying to roll out of there because I want nothing to do with whatever they are doing. You know, when I got hurt, no one came to help me out. We had to cut down on so many expenses here at home. We had to ration everything because no one came to my rescue. No one made any benefit shows for me. You know, I spent 6 months at home waiting to get back into the ring to a place that didn't really want me. You know, after, 4 months, I was actually able to get back to work, but in a limited capacity. And then they would only give me a few days. Was it worth it? I don't know, because of the lessons I learned. All right, now let's get to the match. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and be safe.
Macho. El revenido de plata, damas y caballeros, ustedes ya lo conocen de Pequeño, Jalisco. ¡Mi papá! ¡Mendoza! ¡Simón! El recibe la ciudad querida y sin límite de tiempo. ¡El taquero! ¡Vuelta! ¡Ay! ¡No se deje, papá! A ver. ¡Ay! ¿Qué dijo? ¡Sigue el punto! ¡Ahí va! ¡Punto al último! ¡Que se mete de las flores! ¡Ay, güey! ¡Ay, güey! ¡Ay, güey!
Dale. Dale, Flores. ¡Ay! ¡Oh, pendejo! ¿Qué óvole? ¡Se le va a salir las flores! ¿Ah?
¿Qué le va a contar tú también, güey?
¿Ah? I don't know. ¡Ay! A ver, pareja. ¡Ay!
¡Es el Lucha, cabrón!
¡Ay! ¡Ay! No, no me la jales. ¡Ay, güey! ¡Ay, taquero! ¡Dos! ¡Duro, duro, puto! ¡Una, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve! A ver. ¡Ey! ¡Le gustó! ¡No los trajo! ¡No los trajo! ¡Cálmate, Chido Santana! ¡Pinche taquero! ¿Qué dijo?
¿Qué dijo? ¡Gane!
Los premios y ¿qué? ¡Ay, güey! ¡Héctor! ¡Ay! ¡Métete, güey! ¡Ayúdame, pareja! ¡Mi papá! son mis flores. ¡Ay, güey! ¡Pobre niño! ¡Ay, güey! ¡Pareja! ¡Ay! ¡Gol! ¡Golazo! ¡Ay, güey! ¡Ay! ¡Con huevos, güey! ¡Con huevos! ¡Ay, no, no, no quiero! ¡Oh! ¡Oh! ¡No, güey! ¡No!
Y eso, damas y caballeros. Y el indio no puede.
¡Órale, papá!
Vencedores, cerveza.
¡Ve!
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué vas a hacer, indio? ¿Qué vas a hacer, indio? Indio, estaban atorados, indio.
¡Sí, sí! ¡La ley!